Hello student, this is the Sangeeta Mansukhani, video number 100, and in this video I will be explain different types of the enthalpies. Different types of the enthalpy. First enthalpy equation is thermochemical equation. What is a thermochemical equation? First we have to discuss about enthalpies for first thermochemical equation. So a balanced chemical equation in which the enthalpy of the reaction delta R at so thermochemical equation, a balanced chemical equation in which the value of the enthalpy of the reaction delta R means reversible here, H naught is also mentioned, is called a thermochemical equation. See here this C2H5OH ethanol oxidized in the presence of the oxygen and combustion reaction because presence of the oxygen. So this ethanol convert into the carbon dioxide and then water and release the exothermic reaction because here 1367 kilojoule per mole energy release. Clear? So this is the exothermic reaction and thermochemical equation we have to say. And here you see upper side here you write, otherwise you write delta RH is equal to minus 1367 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so your choice, any one reaction. Here negative sign of the reaction, negative sign of the enthalpy of the reaction, that is show exothermic nature of the reaction. Clear? Then next is conventions about thermochemical equation. First convention is negative delta H, that is means reaction is exothermic, and positive delta H means reaction is endothermic. This is the first convention. Then second convention or related to the thermochemical equation, the coefficient of the different substances in a balanced thermochemical equation show only their number of the moles. Never molecules invent that reaction. Okay, so that is means we have to only for relieve number of the moles. Okay, and these coefficient are in fact equal to the stoichiometric coefficient of different substance in the balanced equation. Then third, unit of the enthalpy change is kilojoule per mole. So unit of the enthalpy change is kilojoule per mole, and then it show the heat change per mole of the reaction. Then fourth point is whenever reverse reaction, so sign of the delta H only reverse but its magnitude remain the same. Clear? Like enthalpy is extensive property. So if a thermochemical equation so is multiplied or divided as an integer and value of the delta H is also multiplied divided by the integer n. So depend on the enthalpy. Extensive property, if a thermochemical equation is multiplied otherwise divide. Okay, so by an integer, and the value of the delta H is also multiplied or divided by the integer small n. Then enthalpy change. Enthalpy change denoted by delta RH or reaction enthalpy we have to also say. Okay, so what is the meaning of the enthalpy change? Here you see this is the equation 2H2 gas react with the O2 gas convert into the water liquid. So here enthalpy is delta H is equal to minus 572 kilojoule. Okay, and delta RH sum of the enthalpies of the product minus sum of the enthalpies of the reactant. So sum of the enthalpy of the product denoted by the summation xi HP, that is means sum of the I integration way stoichiometric coefficient xi, and here for reactant summation yi hr. So for product summation xi HP, so xi and yi stoichiometric coefficient of products and reactants. Okay, then balanced reaction summation is sigma and used for the summation. Then HP enthalpy for formation of the product and HR enthalpy of formation of the reactant. So this is the main difference. Clear? Then for the example here for the reaction CH4 gas plus O2. Clear? So convert into the CO2 gas and water. So delta RH return reaction enthalpy. Hydrogen, first we have to write product hydrogen CO2 gas plus, because summation, so total how many water molecules? 2. So 2 into H2O liquid, then bracket close minus sum of the enthalpy of the reactant. So enthalpy H reactant CH4 gas plus oxygen 2 molecules, so 2 into HO2 gas. So this is way written of enthalpy. Clear? Okay, and here enthalpy change helps in the maintaining the temperature of the reaction and depends on the equilibrium constant. Clear? Next is standard enthalpy of the reaction. Standard enthalpy of the reaction. The enthalpy change occurring during a reaction when all the involved substances are in their standard state. Okay, that is means temperature, volume, energy, enthalpy, all are standard state. We have to say standard enthalpy of the reaction. So the enthalpy change occurring during a chemical reaction when all the involved substances are in their standard states. So we have to say standard enthalpy of the reaction. Okay, so the purest and most stable form is substance at 1 bar and at a specified temperature is called its standard state. So standard state of the solid iron like 500 Kelvin is pure iron at 1 bar. Okay, the standard state of the solid iron at 500 Kelvin is pure iron at 1 bar, and standard enthalpy change is represented by the writing the superscript to the symbol delta H by delta H negative. So choice, anyone you have to write delta H, otherwise delta H negative. Clear? Then next is enthalpy change during the phase transformation. Enthalpy change during phase transformation. What is the meaning of this? We know that the energy is required to convert a substance whenever reactant convert into the product. So energy is required to convert a substance from one phase to the another phase. So this is responsible energy. Okay, so the process of the conversion of solid into liquid, it is called melting, and where is the conversion of the liquid into gas, it is called vaporization. Clear? Solid convert into the liquid, it is called melting, and liquid convert into the gas, it is called vaporization. Clear? And these processes are collectively known as phase transformation, and they involve energy changes. Okay, these processes are collectively known as phase transformation and they involve energy changes. Okay, so depending upon the different types of the enthalpy changes. First is enthalpy of the fusion. Okay, first is enthalpy of the fusion. Second one is enthalpy of the vaporization. Third is enthalpy of the sublimation. Okay, so first is enthalpy of the fusion. See, enthalpy of fusion, this is this reaction, 1 mole of the solid substance, okay, in its standard state, melt completely into its liquid form. So it is called standard or molar enthalpy of fusion. Like H2 convert into the water liquid, and here fusion enthalpy is 6.00 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so energy absorbed, heat is given off to the surrounding. Okay, so here freezing point is -1. Okay, so if water is freeze, okay, here endothermic reaction, but if water is freeze, the above process is reversed. So equal amount of heat is given off to the surrounding, so delta H is negative. So process opposite way, exothermic. Clear? Next is enthalpy of the vaporization. The enthalpy change, 1 mole of the liquid is converted into the vapor, but its boiling temperature under the standard pressure. So it is called enthalpy of the vaporization. And molar enthalpy of the vaporization here plus 40.79 kilojoule per mole. Okay, denoted by delta VAPH, enthalpy of the vaporization. And enthalpy of the fusion denoted by the delta fuse H0, negative. Next is enthalpy of the sublimation. Sublimation. What is the sublimation? The process of the conversion of the solid into its vapors without coming in the liquid state. It is called sublimation. Again I say, the process of the conversion of the solid into its vapor without coming in the liquid state, it is called sublimation. And the enthalpy change when 1 mole of the solid substance sublimes and convert into its vapor without melting, okay, at a temperature below its melting point. So it is called enthalpy of the sublimation or molar enthalpy of the sublimation, denoted by delta SUB H negative. So this is the enthalpy of the sublimation. Like example, iodine convert into the iodine, solid convert into the vapor, so by heating. So here sublimation enthalpy is equal to 62.4 kilojoule per mole. Like example, other CO2 dry ice convert into the CO2 vapor without melting. Okay, without coming in the liquid state. So convert into the CO2 gas. So sublimation enthalpy here 25.5 kilojoule per mole. So both are sublimation represent as a sublimation is in fact combination both fusion and then vaporization. So we can write by this formula, delta sublimation enthalpy is equal to, so delta sublimation enthalpy is equal to delta fusion enthalpy and delta vaporization enthalpy. Clear? Then factors affecting enthalpy of the phase transformation. So factors affecting the phase transformation, like example, depend upon the strength of the intermolecular force. First factor is strength of the intermolecular force working on the substance that undergo phase transformation. So like example, in between water molecules strong hydrogen bond, but exit which are strong enough for keeping water in liquid phase. Okay, and the other organic liquids like acetone have weak intermolecular force. Here dipole-dipole interaction, so less amount of the heat is required to vaporize the 1 mole of the acetone that required for the vaporization of the 1 mole of the water. So comparison, then the water acetone easily vaporized. Reason there, in water strength of the intermolecular forces is strong. Okay, and here weak intermolecular forces. So general of the order of the enthalpy of the vaporization is ionic liquid greater than polar liquid and greater than non-polar liquids. Next topic is standard enthalpy of the formation. What is the standard enthalpy of the formation? Here you see delta fusion enthalpy denoted by the FUS H negative, but formation enthalpy standard delta FH naught. Enthalpy change accompanying the formation of 1 mole of a compound from its constituent elements when they are in their most stable states or reference states. So it is called standard molar enthalpy of the formation. Again I say standard enthalpy of the formation, the enthalpy change accompanying the formation of the 1 mole of a compound from its constituent elements when they are in their most stable states or reference states. It is called standard molar enthalpies of the formation. Like here example, hydrogen gas react with the oxygen. So formation water liquid. So this is the standard enthalpy of the formation here, minus 285.8 kilojoule per mole, because this is the this reaction occurs, okay, most stable way. So like example, carbon graphite solid react with the hydrogen gas, convert into the methane gas. Here minus 74, and graphite make maximum moles react with the hydrogen and then oxygen also. So ethanol are formed, and here energy is 277 minus. So most stable state of the aggregation of an element at 25 degrees Celsius and 1 bar pressure, it is called its reference state. The most stable state of the aggregation. What is the aggregation? That is when reactant are react and then combine together and the formation of the product. So most stable state of the aggregation of an element at 25 degrees Celsius and 1 bar pressure. So it is called reference state. Like example, hydrogen gas is the reference state of the dihydrogen. Similarly, oxygen gas, carbon graphite, bromine liquid and rhombic sulfur are the reference state of the dioxygen, carbon, bromine and sulfur respectively. By convention, the standard enthalpy of the formation of an element in its reference way and more stable state of the aggregation is taken as 0. Clear? So standard enthalpy of the formation, they are most stable state and reference state. Clear? So the enthalpy change accompanying the formation of the 1 mole of a compound from its constituent element when they are in the most stable state. So it is called standard molar enthalpy of formation. Clear? Next topic is Hess law of the constant heat summation. Okay, Hess law. Hess law of the according to this law, the total heat change delta H accompanying a chemical reaction is the same. Total heat change are same. Complete the reaction whether the reaction takes place in one or more step. What is the meaning of this? Like here you see, A convert into the B, so delta H required. But if A convert into the C, then C convert into the D, and then after D convert into the B. So if chemical reaction complete in the take place in the one step, otherwise more step. Okay, so total heat change are same. Here delta H, otherwise delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3 are equal to the delta H. So this is the Hess law. Okay, clear? Okay, so this then according to the Hess law, delta H is equal to delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3. So it clearly indicates when chemical reaction equation are added, subtracted or multiplied, the heat changes can also be the added, subtracted, multiply accordingly. Okay, so application of the Hess law. First, determination of the enthalpies of the formation of the compound. First application that is used, we have to easily determine enthalpies of the formation of the compound. Second one, we have to easily determine of the enthalpies of extremely slow reaction. First is formation of the compound, second is slow reaction, easily we have to identify. Third, for the determination of the enthalpies of the transformation of one allotropic form to another, that is means one allotropic form, so convert into the another. Okay, next fourth, for the determination of the bond energy, like delta H reaction is equal to summation of the bond energy of the reactant minus bond energy of the product. So whenever we have to subtract bond energy, so easily I write delta H enthalpy, total heat change are equal in the chemical reaction whether the reaction takes place in the single, otherwise multiple step. Okay, and last is for the determination of the resonance energy. Okay, so whenever experimental or actual heat of the formation energy and then calculate, both are subtracted, so easily we have to determine resonance energy. So 5 application of the Hess law. First basic concept is Hess law determination. Hess law determine the enthalpies. So first determine the enthalpies of the formation compound, second determination of the enthalpy of the extremely slow reaction, third determination of the enthalpies of the transformation of one allotropic form to another, fourth is determination of the bond energy, and fifth is determination of the resonance energy. Next topic I will be explained in the next topic. Thank you so much.